There is some commentary on social media about Dr. Jill Biden, comparing Hispanics to tacos.
Chico!
Yeah, Debbie's reacting here.
Just call me Taco.
Just call me Taco.
Taco salad these days.
The funny thing about this whole nonsense is that, yes, Mexicans do eat tacos, but Venezuelans don't. There are no tacos in Venezuela, or burritos, or enchiladas for that matter. Well, Jill Biden doesn't know any of this. And this is the way that the left sort of looks at minorities. They're cartoon characters and sombreros and playing mariachi music and eating a taco and voting Democratic. But the bigger story here is not that. And it's not even Hunter Biden. I mean, there's this new leak that's come out. Have you been seeing this stuff? Naked pictures of Hunter Biden.
Well, I saw that thing you showed me yesterday. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah, this Hunter. I showed Debbie a thing where a younger Joe Biden is talking about how dangerous it is to have cocaine, and simultaneously on the other side of the meme, you can see Hunter Biden lighting up. There's a separate video of him and a hooker, and they're weighing the coke, and they're arguing about what the weight is. She says it's 2.6, he says it's 2.7. They're arguing about this. So
he's the smartest man.
He's the smartest man Joe Biden has ever met. Yeah. The very guy who calls Joe Biden's wife all kinds of names.
Yeah,
well, he's smart. He knows what he's talking about.
At this point, that woman deserves it.
Now, what I was thinking about is this whole Biden family is straight out of Goodfellas. Right, honey? Think about it.
Yeah.
You got the corrupt and perverted mafia boss at the top.
Yes.
That's
Senile,
Joe Biden.
senile.
Little senile. You got all the crooked siblings who are all part of the La Familia. They're all being recruited. You've got the nasty scheming wives, including Jill Biden. You've got the coke-sniffing, sexually depraved offspring, and then just hookers everywhere, just like in Goodfellas. So the whole scene is laid out. But it's the corruption with the public purse that is probably the most distressing part of it. And there's a remarkable report. It's now in multiple sources, but you're not seeing it in the mainstream media. This is why you can't get news anymore. You can't expect to get news if you just get ABC, CBS, NBC, New York Times. A lot of stuff going on you're not going to find out about. So the latest is that although Biden said, oh yeah, I'm gonna help people with gas prices at the pump. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna release oil from the strategic reserve. Well, little did we know that 5 million barrels of oil from the strategic reserve were released and sent overseas. So, where'd they go? Some of that oil went to India, some went to the Netherlands, and very interestingly, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute, a good chunk of it, about 1 million barrels, went to China. Now, why would Biden do that? Ostensibly, the reason he's doing it is he's trying to help these other countries deal with the sanctions of not buying Russian oil. So he's trying to say to India, listen, you don't need to buy Russian oil. We will sell you oil from the strategic reserve. But the Indians don't care. They're still buying Russian oil. And the Chinese are still buying Russian oil. The Chinese, in fact, are close in. They're buddies with Russia. In fact, as you know, Putin went over to China before all this started, basically to get the green light for the invasion of Ukraine. So the manifest stupidity of this should be obvious for all to see. But it's not just about stupidity, because, as it turns out, there is a kind of corrupt economic motive. The 1 million barrels from the strategic reserve that went to China went to a Chinese state-controlled giant that is connected with Hunter Biden, and which is to say is connected with the Biden crime family. So this is Unipec, UNIPEC. Unipec, by the way, continues to buy Russian oil, so they're not being deterred. The point of selling them this oil is not being achieved from a foreign policy objective. However naive that objective. But Hunter Biden is apparently a investor in Sinopec, a kind of cousin of Unipec. So let's see. We have Hunter Biden's firm, a private equity firm that was co-founded by Hunter Biden, buys a $1.7 billion stake in Sinopec Marketing. And Sinopec, by the way, has also bought Russian oil assets. So you basically got this Sino-Russian alliance, but the Biden family has a monetary stake in it. And so you have a double motive here. On the one hand, Biden is supposedly trying to deter the Chinese from being so close to Russia, but he's also funneling money to a Chinese entity that is connected to his own family. So again, under normal circumstances, this would be widely discussed in the media. The conflict of interest issue would be front and center. We're seeing no reporting on this in any of the mainstream media outlets. The reason is quite simply that they are protecting their Goodfellas guy.